Welcome to the 2021 ISHL Justice Cup playoffs on LSN Sports. This evening it's doubleheader quarterfinal round action. In our first game, Klein takes on the top-seeded Memorial West Whalers. That'll be followed by Fair Creek and Ridge Point at 7:10 p.m. tonight. Good evening, everybody. Michael Silvers alongside David Feliciano. Delighted to have you with us for the first of two and our final two broadcasts of the Interscholastic Hockey League for 2021. The Memorial West Whalers, Justice Cup champions from 2 years ago, finished the regular season as the ISHL's best team, earning 40 points. And they enter the postseason on a 4-game winning streak. And Dave, they possess the league's top scorer in freshman Matthew Frazier and one of the best goaltenders in another freshman, Misha Saratovtsev.
Exactly. And by the time Frazier's done, he may be the record holder up there with Engel King or Riley Murata. I mean, he's going to have a huge career at Memorial, and he and Ondrej Cech, the two top players, Ondrej Cech, probably the most complete player in the entire league, have led this Whalers team to what an incredible season. Only one loss.
And Memorial West also has the league's best goaltender, Ryan Valdiviso, who's not here tonight but would be available tomorrow should the Whalers advance past this Klein team, who were victorious last night in the first round with a 4-2 win over the Woodlands. And their reward is to come down to Sugar Land to face the top-seeded Whalers, a team that beat them both times this season. So they enter this evening's quarterfinal looking for the upset to move on to Willowbrook tomorrow morning and the Justice Cup semifinals.
Pretty tall task. We saw Klein a few weeks ago, and we had some Klein fans tell us they're just kind of underplaying a little bit this year. Very tough task to beat Memorial. We'll talk about the keys to the game later, but they're going to have to play their best game of the year.
Coming up next, we will have the aforementioned keys to the game along with the scratches, the starting lineups, and the goaltending matchup. So stay tuned. Just underway here from the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. This is the Justice Cup playoffs on LSN Sports.
Fans, Drew Doherty here. Are you looking for a new home? First Community Credit Union has everything from purchase loans to construction loans, VA loans, and more. With our competitive rates, low to no closing costs, and rate match guarantee, FCCU can help you navigate home ownership. Discover your options at FCCU and get pre-approved today at fccu.org/home loans. First Community Credit Union is the official credit union of the Houston Texans. First Community Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Bonfire Wings is a neighborhood-based, fast casual counter-service restaurant. Bonfire Wings specializes in 12 unique flavors of hot wings. Traditional favorites like gumbo and boudin are mainstays. They boast wing sauces with creative names such as Cajun Mojo, Garlic Parmesan, Spicy Creole, Insanely Hot, the award-winning and top seller Honey Barbecue, Hot Lemon Pepper, and Sweet Heat. 2 Houston area locations including in North Shore on Wood Forest Boulevard. Bonfire Wings, genuine Creole, uniquely Cajun.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric, show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Back at the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center, Klein and Memorial West for the 19-1-2 Memorial West Whalers under head coach Steven Santini. Scratch Andrew Warney and Henry Lord from your lineup. For Frank Prestigiovanni, the 8-10-4 Klein squad, scratch Logan Diskey and Vincent Tremblay. They did not play last night either. Back in the lineup is Weston Tamura. Starting lineups brought to you by the Walk-Up Company, the Metal Fabricators. Rowdy McGuire will center Alec Field and Mitchell DeShazer for Klein. On defense, Harrison Boston and Alex Prestigiovanni. For Memorial West, on defense, Michael Martinez and Maya Anderson, and Matthew Frazier, Jackson Cadlick, and Ondrej Cech will be up front for the Whalers. The goaltending matchup, Dylan Lewis in goal for Klein. He's 5th in the league in goals against average. He stopped 15 of 17 against the Woodlands last night. 8-10-4 during the regular season with a 2.82 goals against average. For Memorial West, it's Misha Saratovtsev, who was in net for both games against Klein this season. Had an .880 save percentage this season in 20 appearances. 8-1-2 with a 1.78 goals against average. A .907 save percentage, 2nd in the league in goaltending. Keys to the game are brought to you by First Community Credit Union. Think first.
Well, for Memorial West, really nothing to lose. I say just shoot, shoot, shoot. Try to put some pressure on. If they can get up early, 1-0 or 2-0, could have put a little bit of a scare in Memorial. If they can stay close, they're going to need more than their average, about 3.5 goals a game. They need 5 or 6 to win this. For Memorial West, just lean on Frazier and Cech. I don't see a lot of weaknesses in this team. They go from Valdiviso to Saratovtsev, no loss there. So Memorial just play their usual game.
Memorial West dominated the season series against Klein this year, winning both games and scoring 6 goals in each meeting. They were victorious 6-3 on November 13th and 6-2 on January 24th. Ondrej Cech scored 5 goals in the November game and added another in the January tilt. Matthew Frazier didn't play in the first game, but he did the second time around, and he scored 5 goals for the Whalers. 5 different Klein skaters scored a goal in the 2 losses. Max Brady, Treweek, Tamura, Tremblay, and McGuire. The Whalers outshot Klein 71-41 in the 2 games combined. The officials for this first quarterfinal here today from the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center, Johnny Dibburn and Greg Lazon are the referees. Paul Wilkinson and Carl Sasson will be the linesmen.
So how was last night?
It was good. Pearland Friendswood defeated Cinco Ranch, just their 4th victory of the year, and they move on to take on Cy Woods. I believe they're playing and are about 40 minutes through. They started at 4:50 up at the Willowbrook Aerodrome, and then the other game today up at Willowbrook will be Seven Lakes and San Antonio at 6:30. We're followed by Fair Creek and Ridge Point. The winners advance to the semifinals in the morning, and the Justice Cup final at the Willowbrook Aerodrome will take place tomorrow evening. Memorial West in green, trimmed in white and blue. Klein in white, trimmed in yellow, black, and blue.
It's good to be back. As you know, last year washed out because of coronavirus, so the 2 years waiting for a champion, and Memorial's held onto that title for 2 years.
They are the reigning champs indeed. And I said it during the game last night, full marks all around to the league, from the top to the players, the coaches, the managers, for getting through a season and crowning a champion tomorrow through a pandemic.
Absolutely. They did a tremendous job, and I don't really recall any cases of people not really be able to make it because of the virus. It was more for usual stuff. Just they got club hockey or whatnot, or vacations.
Certain games from time to time were canceled or postponed due to COVID, but for the better part of the season, it's been great, and they've been able to get through it. Minimal damage, and they will crown a champion tomorrow night. Memorial West will attack from left to right in this first period. Klein from right to left. Saratovtsev to our left, and Lewis to our right. It's the senior Dylan Lewis against the freshman Misha Saratovtsev. Lewis, an .825 save percentage in the 2 games against Memorial West this season. He's had 59 saves on 71 shots. Looks like we got a change up front for Memorial West. Ondrej Cech remains, as does Frazier, but Mason Bertelson will start at right wing instead of Jackson Cadlick. Puck is dropped. We're underway. Alec Field backhands it from right to left to the Memorial line. Now Rowdy McGuire backhands it down to the left wing corner for Field. Here's a shot off the stick of Mitchell DeShazer, and it floats up into the screen. DeShazer, McGuire, Field, and Treweek all scored last night in the 4-2 victory in the first round over the Woodlands. They outshot the Highlanders, did Klein 25-17. Martinez, after the face-off win, up the left wing boards. Ondrej Cech sends in to Frazier, wicks it down the boards, but ends up turning it over. Frazier, the league's top scorer with 56 goals, 22 assists, in just 17 games. Dave, he was averaging this season over 3 goals a game.
Hat trick a game, unbelievable, and throwing assists too.
Martinez recoiling from back behind his own net. Up the left wing boards, kept alive at the point by McGuire. Then he turned it back over again to Gregory Nikulin. Cutting in, shot off the shoulder of Lewis, taken by Ondrej Cech. Cech, second in the league in scoring. Now up in front, a shot save made, and a loose rebound, they score. Cech with a wide open net. And inside the first minute and 10 seconds, the Whalers score to take a 1-0 lead.
And Lewis kind of found his way outside of the box a little bit, made the second save, as you said, then crawled out to his right, leaving a wide open Cech and wide open net, and that was fast. That goal scored in 1 minute and 6 seconds.
30th goal of the season, first here in the playoffs for the junior Ondrej Cech. Wyatt Legge sends in off the boards, cleared out of the zone by the Bearcats. Here's Caden Jake Hetman, and he will float it in deep into the Klein zone, up the far boards. Villamar canceled out at the point by Simeon Nikulin. And now we've got a, oh geez, who's this? We've got a
mystery man.
We've got somebody who's in an unnumbered uniform, forgot to bring his uniform. A shot that goes off the post. Klein get it back to their blue line, then skate it out to center ice. But then it is turned over to the unnumbered man. We'll have to see if we can finally see if we can get a someone there to tell us who that person is. Here's Legge lugging it up the left wing boards. Hot on his trail, Max Brady, a sophomore for Klein. Puck is backhanded towards Lewis, who paddles it away below the goal line. 1-0 Memorial West had a goal at 1:06 by Ondrej Cech into a wide open net. They battle along the near boards. Legge battling with Gareth Bell. Pitch back out to center ice, and Hetman will recoil at right defense. Hands it over to Simeon Nikulin, goes cross ice and working it in deep. The unnumbered man down below the goal line, checked into the boards by Rowdy McGuire on the back check. Turned over by Mitchell Treweek. Down low, it's Frazier. Frazier working against Treweek below the icing line. Treweek staying with him, pins him against the boards, gets support from Rowdy McGuire on his backhand in the corner. Sends to the side of the net, played off the glass, and it ricochets out to the middle of the ice, where it'll be motored ahead by Mitchell Treweek. And across the line, turned over, Martinez floats it out back into the Klein zone. They get it out the center on the tape of the lefty Martinez, who works it across the offensive line. Shoots past Treweek, and Lewis able to smother at his chest.
I'll see if I can sneak back over there and find out who this mystery man is.
Okay. Face off to the right of Lewis. 3:18 gone by first period. Face-off win by the Whalers. Skating in a wrist point shot, and they score again. It's Frazier at the side of the net. Lewis beaten, and it's 2-0 Klein. At 3:25, Memorial West take a 2-0 lead as Frazier scores. Goal number 57 of his season, his first of the playoffs. Goal at 3:25, face off at center. Martinez shoots in. Memorial West off to a tremendous start here in the first period. Off the boards. Finley Dagan tracks it down. Got it away from the on-rushing Gareth Bell. Back come Frazier and the Whalers. Across the line, poke there, gets it back, keeps it alive, and then it is taken out to center ice before it is sent right back in. And at right defense, it'll be controlled by Max Brady. Klein moving From right to left, Bertelsen with an interception, steal and a stick save by Lewis. Klein cleared the zone. Ricochets off the far boards. Martinez will take control and take it behind his net. And now motor from left to right, up ahead for Bertelsen. Back to Martinez, who gains the zone from the right wing side. Taken off the play by Baustin. Martinez goes down, so does Baustin. Martinez quick to get back up. He drives from a sharp angle in front, and they score. And it is 3-0 as Martinez gets it back and puts it behind Lewis to make it 3-0. I wonder if last night's game has taken an effect on Klein. Memorial West hasn't played since the last week of the regular season. They are very fresh, as Klein now will skate it in with Brian Green. Shoots just wide to the left of Saratovtsev, who hasn't seen much action inside the first 5 minutes of today's game. Villamar in behind the goal. Sent back up, coming down on the pinch, Michael Walls. And then Memorial West clear it all the way down, and icing is called. Face-off comes back down to Misha Saratovtsev.
The mystery man is Jackson Cadlick,
Okay,
66. And that comes right from Coach Saratovtsev.
very good.
I missed a goal, didn't I?
You did. Cech, Frazier, and Martinez inside the first 5 minutes. 9:58 remaining in the first period, 3-0 Whalers. Here's Rowdy McGuire with a shot that ricocheted off his own man in front to Shazer and went wide of the net. Played up the boards, and motoring out will be Nathan Rohr. Middle of the pond, coming back on the back check for the interception, Alec Field. Field on the season, 10 goals, 13 helpers in 20 games. Klein iced the puck. 9:36 to go in the first period. Klein had a 5-game winning streak from February 26th to March 14th. Had a 4-game losing skid from October 23rd to November 15th. Ended the regular season with a 2-2 tie against the Woodlands, then beat them 4-2 last night in the first round to advance to this quarterfinal. Jackson Cadlick will take the offensive zone draw. It is won by McGuire. Max Brady take that as Mitchell Treweek sends it up the boards to Brian Green. And Mitchell DeShazer comes in on a delayed offside, and the whistle sounds, and the puck will come out to center ice with 9:28 to go.
Our credit to Klein. I mean, they're coming in second game in less than 24 hours. Good to be young. Any old tournament, you're going to play a bunch of games in 3 days or so.
Face off outside of the Whalers zone. They had an 8-game winning streak from December 18th to March 7th. It was ended with a 4-4 tie against Ridge Point, game we did back on the 12th of March. Had a 6-game winning streak from October 30th to December 14th. Puck in deep. At the side of the net below the goal line now is Jackson Cadlick. Tries to pivot off the defenseman Jack Brady, and he still takes possession of the puck at the half-wing boards. Anderson working at the point, but it is still Cadlick. Cadlick trying to do it all himself with a backhand centering feed at the side of the net. Then it comes out to the high slot, will be carried out of the zone by Gareth Bell. Along the right wing to Mitchell Treweek, and then he takes a seat courtesy of Michael Martinez. But that also, I believe, will bring us our first penalty.
Yeah, that was a big-time hit. A little elbow or a shoulder right below the face mask.
Roughing is called on Martinez.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
At the 6:13 mark of period number 1, Martinez leads the Whalers in penalty time, came in with 38 minutes of penalties. And this is a Mr. Electric power play for Klein. 5th in the league in power play percentage, converting at a 15% clip during the regular season. Puck in the Whalers zone, but on the stick of Mason Bertelsen, who leads it ahead. Out of the reach of an on-rushing Ondrej Cech. Klein trying to get started. Memorial West has the second best penalty kill unit in the ISHL, behind only Ridge Point, killing 96% of their penalties. And across the line, Treweek glides along, centering pass goes through. Spun back by DeShazer to the right point. Long shot was blocked by Bertelsen. Plays it up the near boards. Kept alive, half point by McGuire. Ladled it back to Treweek. His centering pass was picked off by Frazier. And then Presta Giovanni took it away from him before it's on the stick of Ondrej Cech. Looking for a pass over. The rebound over. They score. On the shorthand, it's Cech for number 2 of this first period.
What a playmaker Cech is. That was a give it to the man and get it right back. And Cech wide open. He's a left-hander, and he got it right on the left side on his left and put it right in. So a two-man game. Just great teamwork from Memorial. And we're up 4-0, not what Klein wanted, and we're still in the power play.
7-12, the time of the goal. 4-0, a shorthanded tally.
Or shorthanded, yeah.
4-0, splitting the D. Weston Tamura forced behind the goal line. Poked ahead, and now here comes Ondrej Cech again. Walls tries to angle him off. Nice move by Cech, looking for the early hat trick. He scores! My goodness, it's 5, and we're not even 8 minutes through here in the first period. Ondrej Cech, another shorthanded goal for the Whalers. He's got a hat trick here in the first period.
He's got a hat trick in about half a period, Mike. And I don't think I've ever seen 2 shorthanded goals back to back. First time for everything. And Cech has taken over this period. It's official timeout.
Frank Presta Giovanni looking to talk to his team here with 7:24 to go in the first period. Memorial West leaving no doubt onslaught here early within the first 8 minutes. 2 shorthanded goals given up by Klein. 37 seconds of power play time still remaining, and they trail 5-0. They gave up 6 goals in each of the 2 regular season matchups. They've already given up 5, and we're really not even halfway. We're just over halfway through the first period.
That's right. Memorial had an extra day of rest. Came into this game pretty hot. They were 19-1-2 on the season, had a really good back half of the year as usual, and they're firing in all cylinders, Mike. I mean, they've scored on 5 of their 6 shots.
The Whalers averaging 7.4 goals a game this season. Klein 3.7. The Whalers' only loss this year, you talk about that 19-1-2 record, came against Fair Creek back on December 11th in a game that did not feature Frazier, Cech, or Martinez. The Whalers only had 9 skaters that day and still only lost by 1.
We've seen a lot of that this year, and they're deep enough. I mean, their best players are freshmen.
This is also a Whaler team that has scored 0 unassisted goals this year. I eavesdropped on a conversation involving assistant coach Vadim Saratovtsev, and he said that every goal had at least 1 assist.
That's very rare.
So back to action. 30 seconds to go on the Klein power play. Here's Wyatt Legge. Stood up at the boards but maintains possession, then is taken down by Mitch Miller. Miller stops at the side of his own net and feeds it up ahead for Brian Green. Shipped into the neutral zone and then played back out by the Whalers. Walls flips it back into the neutral zone. Dagan slaps at it. It'll be carried in from right to left by Tamura. Tamura outside the left circle. Fires a shot right into the catching glove of Misha Saratovtsev. 2 seconds to go on the power play. And the roughing penalty on Memorial West, Michael Martinez.
Didn't lose much on that penalty kill. Got 2 goals out of it.
Max Brady will skate in against Jackson Cadlick for the faceoff with 2 seconds to go on the power play. Comes back to Jack Brady, shot from the point, blocked, ricochets into the corner. Martinez out of the box, and Memorial West back to full strength. Flipped off the boards behind the red line by Cadlick. That rolls down for icing. 6:38 to play in the first period. It is 5-0 Memorial West. All goals coming within just a little bit over 7.5 halfway through this first period.
And all those goals were playmaking goals. These aren't breakaway. I mean, this is legitimate passes and playing offense. Very impressive by the Whalers.
The Whalers, the league's top goal scorer, league's top assist man. In fact, the Whalers have the 4 in the top in assists with Cech, Martinez, Lord, and Frazier. Puck comes into the Klein zone on an offside. You got the top 4 players in assists in the league. It just tells you how stacked this team is.
That's good coaching.
And they have 5 to 6 straight Jesuit players. And news out of the ISHL a few weeks ago, we talked about it then, was that straight Jesuit will have its own team beginning next year in the league. So Memorial West, depending on which of the players that are on this team that attend straight Jesuit, I don't know if any of them will return, if they're all seniors or what. But if any of those players are no longer seniors and will be graduating, they're underclassmen, Memorial West are going to lose a handful of players in the offseason when straight Jesuit comes into the fold. Klein exits the zone from right to left. Coming in is Villamar. Shoots, sticked away by Saratovtsev. Another centering pass from the left wing corner is picked off, and here comes Kadlik motoring from left to right across the line. Splitting the D. Kadlik on the backhand, and it comes outside. Good save made. Didn't see the save, but looked at maybe the left pad of Lewis. Was able to stop Kadlik. Lead pass too far in front of Gareth Bell. They battle in the corner below the goal line now. Martinez shuffles it up the right wing boards where Matthew Frazier will cut wide to his left into the center circle. Get by DeShazer on his forehand, wrists one wide. 5:10 to play. Maya Anderson holds it at the right point, sends it down the boards for a backhand centering feed that ricochets behind the goal. That pass coming from Mason Bertelson. Played down the boards. Martinez will pinch in, push off Mitch Miller into the boards. Miller goes down. One of the Whalers falls down on his pass attempt from the right wing corner. Klein can't clear the zone. Good try by DeShazer, but Memorial West proving to be too much right now along the left wing boards. Now skating in, point blank range, they score.
And the assault continues.
Grigory Nikulin. Nope, check that. That's Ondrej Cech again.
Oh, man.
That's number 4.
Well, Cech came into this game with 29 goals. He's not going to catch his teammate Frazier, but he's already off to a heck of a night.
Cech scores his 4th of the period. 4.5 to play. Time of the goal, 10:22. Klein backhanded in. Coming in on the forecheck field. Hetman swings it around the boards to the far boards to Ondrej Cech. Flips it to Bertelson, who chips it down to Hetman at right defense, and he'll lug it up the ice. Across the Klein line, drops it for Bertelson. Back to the half boards and Hetman. Hetman skates back to the blue line, sends it in, but Field stops it from going all the way back below the goal line, and now he will carry next to his netminder, Dylan Lewis, who's given up 6 here in the first period. We are 11 minutes gone here in period number 1. 6-0 Whalers, as they are proving to be the top-seeded team, and they're proving to be one of the best teams that we've seen in recent memory. Here's a wrist shot. Lewis makes the save as he stops Simeon Nikulin. Nikulin gets it back at left defense in the neutral zone. He turns it over to Brian Green, who shoots it in. Touched by the goal stick of Saratovtsev below the goal line, and then quickly they come back out. Whalers from left to right. Here's Frazier dangling. Getting a piece of it was Prestigiovanni. Played back past Bertelson, back into the neutral zone where Michael Martinez flips it in. And now Treweek gains the line. Treweek drops it back to Field. They chop at it. Treweek to the slot, intercepted by Dagan. Dagan at right defense, up the boards, below the stick of Bertelson, onto the tape of Treweek. 2:50 to play, first period, 6-0. Puck rolls in deep. Martinez will put on the brakes behind his goal. Play up the far boards, too far out of the reach of his intended target. Swept in down low by Weston Tamura. Now it is Bertelsen for Memorial West. Gets it out to the neutral zone past Matthew Frazier. Presta Giovanni will shoot from the neutral zone into the glove of Saratovtsev, who catches it, plops it down on the ice to Dagan, turned it over. Here's Bastian, and we have a penalty in front of the net.
It's on Klein. McGuire?
Roughing
Yeah.
on McGuire.
Now Klein's starting to put it on net from farther back, just trying to make something happen. Maybe they can get a rebound. And unfortunately, they're going to have to try to kill these last 2 minutes, go into the next period by maybe 1 second.
This is a Mr. Electric power play for Memorial West. Third in the league, converting over 18% of their power plays this year against the 7th ranked penalty kill unit. Klein killing over 85%. Here's Martinez. Right wing side, centering pass, sticked away by Lewis. 30 seconds off the start of the man advantage. 90 seconds for the first period, 6-0 Whalers. Martinez behind the net, backhands to the side of the cage, and Lewis drops on it.
Well, this would be a good opportunity for Klein. Try to make something happen positive in this period. Only have 3 shots. Memorial has 10, have scored on 6 of them.
Clock still is moving. I'm not certain why, but maybe
they're going to run it.
Now with the clock continuing to run and 1 minute to go, the back pass by the Whalers comes out of the zone and all the way back down. Martinez will recoil. Put on brakes at his own blue line. Over to Hetman, his defense partner. Back to Martinez in the neutral zone. Across the blue line, got by Treweek. Martinez shoots, and a shoulder save made by Lewis. 35 seconds to go, and Klein cleared the zone. 33 seconds left on the McGuire minor for roughing. Hetman begins a rush from left to right. Ahead for Martinez with speed through the neutral zone. Martinez and across the line. Martinez to the side of the net. Centering pass goes all the way through in the last 15 seconds of period 1. Now Cech at the center point. Dangling, and then it is cleared by Klein. And that will do it for the first period of play. 4 goals by Ondrej Cech, 2 more by the Whalers, and after 1, they lead Klein 6-0. This is the ISHL playoffs on LSN Sports.
Bonfire Wings is a neighborhood-based, fast casual counter-service restaurant. Bonfire Wings specializes in 12 unique flavors of hot wings. Traditional favorites like gumbo and boudin are mainstays. They boast wing sauces with creative names such as Cajun Mojo, Garlic Parmesan, Spicy Creole, Insanely Hot, the award-winning and top seller Honey Barbecue, Hot Lemon Pepper, and Sweet Heat. 2 Houston area locations including in North Shore on Wood Forest Boulevard. Bonfire Wings, genuine Creole, uniquely Cajun.
There are only 2 names to know when buying or selling commercial or residential real estate property. Kim Walt and Danette Watuski in Houston with RE/MAX Top Realty are those 2 names. As part of RE/MAX Top Realty, Kim Walt and Danette Watuski make your transaction smooth. RE/MAX Top Realty. #We work for it. Congratulates all local high school athletes. Their phone number is 713-777-SOLD.
Michael Silvers and David Feliciano back with you here from the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center. Very impressive first period by the top-seeded Memorial Whalers, champions of the ISHL 2 years ago. Again, no champion last year, crowned due to COVID-19. 4 goals by junior Ondrej Cech. The Whalers scored 4 goals just over halfway through the first period. It was already 4-0. They lead at 6-0.
Well, the first goal was 1 minute in by Cech. And this is what champions do. They put this one, try to put it to bed early. Big time and very solid on the shots, scoring 6 out of 11. They've really sent a shot across the bow to the rest of the ISHL. They're going to have to keep an eye on this team. They are firing like I've never seen them. They're playing better than the games we did this year.
Started the second period. Lewis to our left and Saratovtsev to our right. You wonder if they'll run the clock in the second period like they did towards the end of the first, or maybe there's a certain point in each period where if the lead is such that it's insurmountable or whatever, they'll keep the clock running. I'm not sure how that works. McGuire and Cech for the face-off to get the second period started. Teams at full and even strength. McGuire dangling, and then Martinez takes him off the play. The Whalers cleared all the way down. Hot on the trail of Prestigiovanni is Victor Wintink. Not sure if he got any ice time in the first period. Prestigiovanni turned it over to Bertelsen, and now they'll battle each other in the corner. Prestigiovanni goes down. Cech almost took a hard shot from an on-rushing Klein player. That was Field, but he was able to absorb just a little, but not all of that check that was coming from Field. Now Cech ahead for Wintink. Behind him comes down to Prestigiovanni at right defense. Lifts it off the boards, but not out. Picked off by Martinez. Sends it down to Wintink. Back to Martinez. Side of the net, and a swing and a miss by Cech. And Lewis. Or did he score?
I didn't see it go in.
I didn't see it go in either. Teams are making a change, so it didn't go in.
I think that was an imaginary glove save by Thomas.
And they are running the clock.
Yep.
So maybe they run the clock until Klein cuts the lead. If maybe it's a 5-goal lead, they stop the clock again. At every whistle. Here's Kadlik, left circle, dangling, skating in on Lewis, shooting and scoring. Oh, what a play by Jackson Kadlik. And it's now 7-0 Whalers.
Good thing we got his name. He's got a practice jersey on, and he took up a loose puck and wristed it in from about 15. And Memorial's, they're putting this one to bed super early.
7-0. Coming up next, the ISHL playoffs continue here on LSN Sports with another quarterfinal as Fair Creek meets the Ridgepoint Panthers. Puck drop is scheduled for 7:10, so be sure to join us right here on your home for the ISHL LSN Sports.
They had to take Kadlik out. Something's wrong with his helmet. We saw Dibburn talking to him, so they're going to have to replace him.
Alexander Zhang will step in at left wing. 7-0 Whalers. Their goal at 90 seconds of period 2. Swept in by Gareth Bell all the way around. Centering pass off the stick of Villamar is intercepted and will be skated out by Matthew Frazier. Frazier got it poked for him by Treweek. Then a long shot by Jean goes over Lewis's crossbar behind him. Frazier coming back towards the point. Lost it in the circle to Treweek. Tried to ladle it back to Brady. And he's going to be hassled by Zhang. Brady able to work it over across ice. Or Max Brady sends it in. Goes in after it in the right wing corner. Gets beaten there to the puck. Up the boards, Zhang. Carried out by Frazier. Whalers attacking from right to left. Frazier in between 4 Klein skaters, and Klein come out with it as Jack Brady will skate it out, the freshman, and across the offensive line. Shoots, saved by Saratovtsev. One of the best opportunities of the early evening for Klein as the Whalers will skate it out. Up for Frazier, backhands it off the high glass in the left wing corner. 11:15 to play here in period 2. 7-0 Whalers. Treweek, left to right, across the offensive line, shoots, and that's punched away and into the screen by the freshman netminder Misha Saratovtsev.
Yeah, good to see Klein. They're still attacking. 2 shots back to back, forcing Saratovtsev to make a tough save.
Andrew Green will take the face-off. Offensive zone draw for Klein. Here's Prestigiovanni with a hard slap shot, well wide and off target. Laid up the right wing boards. And now here comes Wyatt Legge burrowing in. Puck rolls off the stick of Lewis behind the goal line. Prestigiovanni pokes it into the corner. Swing and a miss by Baushin as he tries to play it up the left wing boards. In the corner. Battling Ethan Seiler in the offensive zone. Puck comes back out to center. Maya Anderson battling along with Jason Cermak. Some of the Klein players that not seen a lot of action in the first period, getting some ice time here in the second with a 7-0 deficit. Leggy behind the goal. Plays in the right wing corner, comes all the way back for Dagan. Make that Hetman. Down to Leggy, skates into the left-right wing circle, and it is had his pocket picked by Baustin. Baustin ahead, past Jason Cermak, a freshman for Klein. 9:35 to go. It is a rolling clock and a glove save off the slap shot by Alex Prestigiovanni as Saratovtsev keeps a clean sheet.
And we're going to see a lot of the second and third liners, maybe even further down, freshmen, young players, as this game gets older.
Rowdy McGuire on the ice. 4th in league in points, 5th in the ISHL in goals, held off the score sheet so far. Leading scorer for Klein, the junior, with 22 goals, 36 points. 9 minutes to go. Cross ice pass comes out to the neutral zone. It'll be lugged into the zone by Nathan Rohr, puts on the brakes. And his pass is intercepted by Alec Field. Chopping at it now to Shazer, plays it into the offensive zone, and McGuire goes skating in. Played up the right wing boards by Simeon Nikulin. And the Whalers able to clear the zone. Coming back to get it, Alec Field. Puck ricochets just back out to the neutral zone. And on the stick, left defensive, Michael Martinez. Down to Rohr and poked in by Martinez. Here's Mitch Miller for Klein. Cross ice feed into the neutral zone for Field to skate in. Alec Field with a wrist shot that took a deflection off the stick of Simeon Nikulin. McGuire takes control and looking to dangle one in front of Saratovtsev, but Misha makes the save.
Oh my! Well, you might as well. I mean, you got nothing to lose. You tried to get highlight film on us. We have not seen a goal scored like that ever that I can recall. Why not now?
Clock continuing to move with a 7-0 lead for Memorial West. 7:15 gone by as the Whalers begin to rush up the ice. Up ahead for Ondrej Cech, receiving the pass from Simeon Nikulin, poked to the near boards.
Whoa.
And Cech with a hard check on Villamar as he went down. Now Frazier skates in on the backhand, shooting one that is stopped by Lewis. Frazier got his own rebound, carries behind the net into the left wing corner, watched by Treweek, leaves it there for Ondrej Cech. He's battling against Treweek. Cech pivoting off Treweek, still in possession of the puck, and then Treweek got the better of him, plays it up off his backhand to Villamar, and they clear the zone. Skating in, Max Brady, forced to the far board by Martinez, and Martinez
That was
sent him
payback.
into the door, into the Klein bench that opens up, so a whistle will halt play. 7-0 Whalers, 6:45 and counting remaining. Running clock right now here in the second period.
That was payback from Cech's check on our side. Cech's check was very vicious, and payback on the other side by Klein.
Looks like we're going to have a long break before the second of our doubleheader today. Only 15 past 6. Ondrej Cech and across the offensive line, forced to the far near boards. And here comes Klein again, trying to get at least one goal, maybe more. Brian Green steps in across the line. Cross ice pass, and another backhand centering feed gets intercepted as Andrew Green couldn't really handle that cross ice feed from Brian Green. Now Cech will skate in with speed, backhand, punched away by Lewis. Cech gets it again, cross ice to Hetman. To the side of the left wing circle, sends in down low. Cech couldn't control the puck. Back on the tape of Hetman, backhands it to the half wing boards. Cech takes a hit from Prestigiovanni, but stays on his feet. Using his feet and his skates to try to direct the puck towards the slot. It comes back out to center ice. Hetman at left defense for the Whalers. At the middle of the ice, intercepted to the center circle now. Ladled back to Prestigiovanni. Sends it ahead, Mitch Miller. Forces it into the zone. That was Brian Green who shot it in. 5:15 to go. Lead pass, Frazier. Steps in across the line. Frazier shoots In and out of the catching glove of Lewis. Up to the near boards and then pitch back out to center. Here's Rowdy McGuire cutting wide to his left. Dangling through his legs. He takes a shot from Dagan and falls down. May have lost an edge as well. Now McGuire pivoting in the left wing circle. Had his pocket picked from behind. Kicked in down low. Field on the backhand. Scores. No! Oh, what a save by Saratovtsev. Down to the slot. McGuire shoots. Pad save by Saratovtsev. Dagan couldn't clear the zone from the corner. Kept alive by Presta Giovanni. Using the hand. McGuire down the right wing corner. Plays behind the goal. Comes back out. Miller shoots. That was deflected wide by Hetman. 4:20 to go. 7-0 Whalers. The play is in the Memorial West zone. Good pressure before they send it all the way down and ice the puck.
Really good sequence for Klein. Field almost had a slam dunk. And that was a kind of a backhand slam dunk. Saratovtsev with a point-blank save. Klein has played him even this period in shots, 5-5, and only one goal. Of course, a running clock and a lot of second and third liners out there, but a much better period for the Bearcats.
Face off to the left of Saratovtsev. Max Brady will take it for Klein. Controlled by Memorial West. Flipped out to the neutral zone. Racing after it, Grigory Nikuli in the corner. Plays behind the net to the far corner. Treweek there for Klein. Hassled by Seiler. To the near boards, back out the center off the stick of Villamar. Sends back towards the Memorial West blue line as Jackson Kadlik has come walking back over towards us.
I think he got
now
his
here's
mask
Martinez.
fixed.
His shot saved by Lewis, and he got his equipment fixed. He's headed back to the bench. Klein sent it all the way down, but it went past Anderson, who could have played the puck. So icing is waved off in the last 3 minutes of period 2, 7-0 Whalers. Martinez at left defense. Looking for a lead pass. That was blocked by Zane Villamar. And then carried in by Leggy. Puts on the brakes at the half-wing boards. Leaves it for Martinez. Good steal by Villamar. From left to right, he goes down as he gets tangled up with Leggy. And Martinez sends back in, but not deep. Here's Treweek at right defense for Klein. Trailing 7-0. He goes rink wide with his pass. Down to Max Brady. Brady sends it into the corner. Martinez will take another penalty for that shot on Max Brady.
Man, Martinez is very aggressive tonight. That's the second penalty. That was kind of a forearm shiver on the far side. And, well, the clock's still running, so this may, I don't know how they're going to get the time up there. They'll probably start this about 1:30.
Tripping is called. I figured that was roughing.
Yeah.
It's a trip on Brady, so Martinez goes back to the box. And this is another Mr. Electric power play for Klein. They're 0 for 1. And a whistle halts play. As the clock continues to run, I guess they weren't ready.
Still running. I think they're going to have to stop the clock with the penalty.
.139 of penalty time remaining on Martinez. 1:27 remaining. Maybe special teams, you require the clock to be stopped at every whistle because the team is on a power play.
I think you're right. They're going to have to put about 10 seconds back, I think, 10 to 12.
That, if they can't do that, then they'll have to, okay, so they're able to put 2 minutes on the main clock. Can they do it for the power play and the penalty on Martinez? Well, while they sort that out, keep in mind coming up next, the ISHL playoffs continue here on LSN Sports with another quarterfinal as Fair Creek gets set to square off against the Ridge Point Panthers. Puck drop is scheduled for 10 after 7, so be sure to join us right here on your home for the ISHL LSN Sports.
This was a hard-hitting game. Big-time collisions and checks out there. And it's 7-0 at this point, so I want to think about calling off the dogs a little bit.
4 goals by Ondrej Cech, Frazier, Martinez, and Cadlick, the other three. 7-0 Memorial West. They clear it all the way down. Treweek will get to the puck along with Matthew Frazier. It's Treweek who plays a lead pass out to Alec Field. He gains the line, then he loses possession. Flip back out to center. Ondrej Cech uses the boards to play it back to himself in the offensive zone on the shorthand, and he loses an edge. He's taken off the play by Alec Field. 2 shorthanded goals scored by Memorial West on the first Klein power play. Here's Treweek in his own end. Taken away by Cech, who dangles in the slot, skates in down low. Penalty coming up. Lewis made the save. Klein touches up as Cech draws the penalty.
Well, Cech's playing out of his mind. He is going big time aggressive.
We'll see now they keep the clock moving. Now this is really odd. Tripping is called on Treweek.
I was just trying to stop Cech from getting number 5. He made a steal, and they tripped him up, and we got a couple of men out now.
35 seconds to go. 4-on-4 hockey. Matthew Frazier, and now it is cleared out. Chasing it down, Brian Green, right wing side, puts on the brakes in the circle, taken off the play by Bertelsen, but Green played it below the goal. Bertelsen sweeps it to the near boards with 15 seconds to go. Presto Giovanni setting up a redirect that was wide. To the far boards, Michael Walsh shoots. That one chopped down by the stick of Hetman wide. 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and we have completed 2 here in Sugar Land. 7-0 Memorial West. You're listening to the ISHL Justice Cup playoffs on LSN Sports.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric, show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
A household inventory is a valuable asset if your home is ever vandalized or damaged. State Farm agents Jim Estep and Rick Blount have a brochure that makes it simple. Here are a couple of suggestions. Make a video or photo record of your household items. List all important serial numbers, and then place these records in your safe deposit box. For a free brochure with more ideas, contact State Farm agents Jim Estep and Rick Blount. Like a good neighbor, Jim Estep and Rick Blount are there.
Forming, rolling, punching, cutting, welding. If you know what I'm talking about, you know it's the Walk-Up Company. The Walk-Up Company has become the leading metal fabricator in the Houston area because we can offer you something few others can match. Extensive fabrication experience, a highly seasoned and skilled workforce, high-tech equipment, and the stability you want in tough economic times. Family owned and operated for years, so you know we'll be here for the long run. And our commitment to quality work and customer satisfaction makes the Walk-Up Company the right choice for you. Visit us at walkupco.com. That's walkupco.com. The Walk-Up Company. Your imagination, our fabrication.
Memorial West 7, Klein nothing. The Whalers took out all the suspense within the first half of the first period with 4 goals in just over half the first period. They had scored 6 in the first, 1 in the second, and lead at 7-0 through 2.
Ondrej Cech 4 goals in the first and still playing with extra aggression in this game. He's trying to get number 5 and 6, though they're going to run the clock most probably to finish this period. We still are on the power play.
1:08 left on Treweek's penalty. A Memorial West Mr. Electric power play upcoming. For the next 68 seconds, Ondrej Cech came in with 29 goals in the regular season. He has scored 4 here in this first playoff game. Frazier at the red line. Saratovtsev to our left and Lewis to our right. Cadlick skated it into the slot. It was kicked away from him. He has it in the corner. Skates in on goal from a tough angle. He shoots. A pad save made by Lewis. Gave up 6 in the first. Then a turnover. Cadlick kept alive by Seiler. And then Dagan's able to keep it along at the left point. And Now it is Weston Tamura. Clears the zone from right to left. Cermak hands it to Tamura, left wing side on the shorthand. He shoots, and a kick save made by Saratovtsev. 25 seconds to go on the Memorial West power play. On the shorthand, here's a shot by Presta Giovanni. He sails it off target. 15 seconds to go on Treweek's penalty for tripping. Ahead for Kadlik. Motors in across the line. Has Frazier breaking to the goal. Frazier on the backhand, and a save by Lewis. Pass Cermak on the lead pass. Now it comes out to Tamura. Penalty is over, and Treweek goes out of the penalty box, heads to the bench as Klein iced the puck. A minute 20 gone, clock continuing to roll with a running clock and a 7-goal deficit for Klein.
Shots unofficially 19 from Memorial, scoring on 7 of them. Klein with 9, had a pretty good second period, 5 shots alone in that period.
Memorial West will move on tomorrow to face the winner of Fair Creek and Ridgepoint coming up next. They'll play the semifinals in the morning. I believe puck drop for the semifinal involving these 4 teams will be at 9:35 in the morning. Michael Martinez at left defense for the Whalers. See if they kind of call the dogs off here in this final period. Wyatt Legge shoulder to shoulder with Alec Field. Klein sent it in. Anderson at right defense plays it up the boards, but it's intercepted by Max Brady down below the goal line on his backhand. Watched by Martinez, and down goes Brady as Martinez sent him down. Now ahead for Alexander Zhang at left wing. He'll play it into the offensive zone. Backhanded off the inboards by Mitchell DeShazer. Comes back to DeShazer, and he'll skate along the right wing. Looking for a lead pass was Field. He had to put on the brakes at his blue line for the feed that never came. Outside, 12:15 to go. It is shot in by Michael Walls. Wide to the left of Saratovtsev. Field burrows in on the forecheck. Beats Martinez to the puck. Martinez pushes him in the back, but it's still on the tape of Field. Then he turned it over to Martinez. Plays it around behind his net and out to center ice. Stopped at the Klein blue line by Treweek. 3 minutes gone by here in the third and final period. 7-0. Shot from the blue line on a delayed offside. And Klein called for the offside. Faceoff comes out to center.
I think Field is going to be a next level player soon. His skating is still a little iffy, but big and strong. And you can just see that the raw skills there.
Got 1 more year left for Klein, playing in his junior season. Nathan Rohr from left to right gets it across the offensive line, and it'll be played there left defense by Jack Brady. Down low. Here's Stephen Corbeil, comes back out to center point. Swept in down low into the corner. Centering pass, a backhander by Rohr goes wide. Down in the corner, here's Ethan Carter. Some of the depth guys getting quality ice time here in the third period for Steven Santini. Coming across is Gareth Bell. Forehand wrist shot, blocker save made by Saratovtsev. In the corner, here's Cermak. Tried to play it back to the point. It's intercepted by Carter. He'll skate it out from left to right. 10:45 to play in tonight's game. It is 7-0 Whalers as they will head to the Justice Cup semifinals for the 2nd consecutive playoff season. Remember, the playoffs canceled last year because of COVID-19. Memorial West won the cup to conclude the 2018-2019 season, their first cup in program history. The Woodlands leads the way with 5. Klein has 3. Clear Lake has 4. Clear Lake no longer in existence. Klein last won it back to conclude the 2012-2013 season on a late goal by Chase Wilkinson, who works as an official here in the ISHL. His father, Paul, one of the linesmen today. He'll work as one of the referees in our next game. As here's Simeon Nikulin behind his own net with 9:50 to go. Rohr chops at it, but not out as Treweek shoots from center point. That was blocked, and it ricochets to the near boards. Here's another centering pass picked off by Hedman. Plays it to the far boards. Down in the corner, Ethan Carter. Carter looking to make a play up the left wing to Ondrej Cech. And it's Cech who will skate it along the middle of the ice with speed. Got tangled up, and back come Klein into the offensive zone. Tamura shoots. That's blocked by Hetman, and it goes behind the icing line. Bertelsen back to Hetman. In between his skates, ends up turning it over to Brian Green. Green in the corner, pushed into the boards by Hetman. Hetman gets control of the puck below the goal line. Plays it off the end boards, but not out. Kept alive by Klein. As Andrew Green, a freshman, and now a lead pass for a breakaway. Here comes Ondrej Cech, hassled by Treweek, and taken off the play, but a rebound comes up to Bertelsen, but Brian Green was there to cancel him out. Ondrej Cech looking for goal number 5, turns it over to Ondrej Cech, and coming out of his crease to make a play on the puck was Dylan Lewis, excuse me. Shot in by Tamura, 8:30 to go. 7-0 Whalers. Cech scored 5 goals in that November game, another goal. He's got 10 goals against Klein this season in the 2+ games they have played. Ondrej Cech draws a penalty. Here's Wintink. Wintink number 17 shooting one that is chipped wide. Here's another shot by Bertelsen. That was sticked away by Lewis. Klein touches up, and they'll go on the penalty kill.
Now, sometimes if Cech, he's such a good puck handler and skater, all you can do is grab on and take him down. And obviously the game's out of reach. He's still playing hard. And Klein is just trying to hold on here on Cech. So he did draw that penalty. And it'll be good to see some of the younger players how they do on this power play. Now they got Frazier in there, so much for that. He's a young player, but one of the best.
Roddy McGuire goes to the box for tripping. Mr. Electric power play for Memorial West. They are 0 for 2. Dagan to Kadlik. They skate from left to right. Seiler loses it. Cleared out to the neutral zone by Klein. 30 seconds killed. Right defense, it's Maya Anderson. Goes rink wide to Kadlik, who cuts to his right to the middle of the ice. Back to his left into the circle. Watched by Miller. Skating behind the net is Kadlik. He's got a goal tonight. He shoots, and he scores on the power play. 8-0 Whalers.
Azal Kadlik took it in and wrapped it around. And the save may have been there, but it bounced in. And that's our 8th goal, first goal since Kadlik's other goal back in the second.
2 straight goals by Jackson Kadlik. 2 tonight, 15 for the season. Sophomore for Memorial West. 6:25 to go. And now can Saratovtsev get the shutout? Out to the neutral zone, then coming back in, Field. He shoots well wide, goes into the right wing corner, then ricochets up the far boards to be carried out by Seiler. Hassled by DeShazer. Klein tries to pitch it out to the neutral zone. McGuire comes out after his penalty. After the power play goal by Kadlik. DeShazer dangling, centering pass, gets intercepted. Then gets cleared out to the neutral zone. Treweek. DeShazer carries in left to right. Make it right to left, and now it's left for Field, who's tangled up by Kadlik, and now Frazier. Frazier tries to spin it between the legs of Treweek. Treweek was on that one, and now here's Field with a shot. And that might have gotten the stick of Saratovtsev. 5:20 to go. 8-0 Whalers as they will move on to the Justice Cup semifinal tomorrow morning to meet the winner of our next game, Fair Creek or Ridge Point. Delayed offside is called. Memorial West tagging back up. Here's Treweek. Lead pass goes all the way down. Penalty time had expired already due to the power play goal. But Klein iced the puck as we roll under 5 minutes remaining in today's game.
Shots are 20-10. Memorial on top. So scoring just under 50% on their shots this evening.
Face off to the right of Lewis. Controlled by Leggy. Grigory Nikulin ladled it back. And it goes down the boards to the right wing corner. played there by Alexander Jean. Now it's Leggy. Active sticks by the Klein defense. There's a backhander, and Lewis says no. Grigory Nikulin tangles up with Zane Villamar. Worked down behind the net by Michael Walls. Walls looking to begin a rush. Plays it off the boards, the right wing, out to center. Now Grigory Nikulin controls. Then he loses it. Spun in by Villamar. Simeon Nikulin. Up the right wing boards to Jean. Jean forces it out to the neutral zone. Villamar tangles up with Leggy. Leggy gains the zone, shoots, sticked into the corner by Lewis. 3:45 to play. Now Prestigiovanni will recoil it back behind the net. Klein now just trying to avoid the shutout as they will be eliminated from the Justice Cup playoffs. Right now it is 8-0 Whalers. Simeon Nikulin controls. Turned it over in the offensive zone. Here's a tough angle shot that never got through. Saratovtsev then made a save on the shot that came from Villamar. Then he shoots from his knees, and another save by Saratovtsev. Out to the neutral zone. Klein hands back to Prestigiovanni. 3:12 to go. He will shoot from distance. Punched away with the stick hand of Saratovtsev. Back to Gareth Bell, left point. Spins it down into the slot. Then it kicks out to the left corner. Leggy will play it for Memorial West, and he gets it back out to the neutral zone. At right defense, here's Prestigiovanni. 2:50 to go. 8-0 Whalers. Prestigiovanni carries in across the line. Top of left wing circle. Wrist shot sticked away by Saratovtsev. Simeon Nikulin lays it out to center ice. Past Hetman. Walls off the far boards at the blue line. Puck hops up along the far boards. Looked like it was almost headed to the Klein bench. Andrew Green. And now it is Brian Green who shuffles it in. Hetman filters it over to the far corner for Anderson to play. Then it's kicked towards the middle of the ice. Carried behind the net for a centering pass. Oh, off the stick wide of Andrew Green at the top of the crease. Kept alive, right point, Mitch Miller shoots wide. That was redirected to the side of the net, but it was still wide. Saratovtsev trying to close the door as they continue to whack at it at the side of the cage before the whistle blows.
They're getting close. Bearcats almost scoring last two times. Green and Saratovtsev, he stopped a bunch point blank tonight. I mean, their goaltending is so good. Valdiviso, you said it will be back tomorrow for the finals. Semifinals and possible final.
8-0 Whalers. 95 seconds to go. This has been a running clock since late first period. Klein looking to avoid the shutout. Pass towards the slot, picked off by Martinez. Backhanded out to the neutral zone. Shot back in by Michael Walls. Hetman, first one to get to it in the far corner. Working against Andrew Green. Green picks his pocket. Hetman goes down to Brian Green now. Loses possession. Spun in by Tamura. Down to the left wing corner. To the near boards. 1 minute to go. And it's 8-0 Whalers as they will head to the Justice Cup semifinals tomorrow morning to meet the winner of the Fair Creek Ridgepoint match coming up next. At the Klein blue line, Walls sweeps it back into the Whalers zone. Hetman will be there first. On the forecheck, Brian Green. Martinez flips it out to the neutral zone. Here's Nathan Rohr, carries across the offensive line. It's been a while since Memorial West have been in the offensive zone. 30 seconds to go. Treweek pivoting off the forecheck of Ondrej Cech. Now Treweek gains the zone on his backhand. Sends a centering pass that's intercepted by Martinez. Cech will work it back out to the neutral zone. 19 seconds to go. Here's Cech skating into the left wing circle. Got by one. Sends a centering pass to the top of the crease, but it ricocheted back below the goal line. Flipped out into the center zone by Klein with 5 seconds remaining. And the Memorial West Whalers come in to the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center and impose their will from Jump Street and defeat Klein 8-0 to advance to the Justice Cup semifinals. 4 goals by Ondrej Cech, 2 by Jackson Cadlick, and a goal each for Martinez and Frazier. And Steven Santini's Whalers are still very much alive in the defense of their 2018-2019 Justice Cup championship. Back in a moment to wrap it all up and get you ready for Fair Creek and Ridge Point. This is the ISHL Justice Cup playoffs on LSN Sports.
Hey Texans fans, Drew Doherty here. Are you looking for a new home? First Community Credit Union has everything from purchase loans to construction loans, VA loans, and more. With our competitive rates, low to no closing costs, and rate match guarantee, FCCU can help you navigate home ownership. Discover your options at FCCU and get pre-approved today at fccu.org/home loans. First Community Credit Union is the official credit union of the Houston Texans. First Community Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Now for your Wellness Minute with Dr. Steve Hotze.
Men, you're probably already aware of the fact that we're notorious for neglecting our health concerns and ignoring warning signs. If you were to be totally honest, you've experienced change in your life such as a decrease in your drive, your initiative, your assertiveness, your sense of well-being. You have increased fatigue, a decline in self-confidence. You're depressed. You have depressed moods, irritable moods. You have decreased mental sharpness, a decline in romantic moods and inclinations and sexual ability. These signs are common symptoms of men with low testosterone levels. Bioidentical, natural testosterone replacement can put a tiger back in your tank. However, men's health also requires a balance of good nutrition, detoxifying the body, and supplementing with proper vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. I'm Dr. Steve Hotze.
Guys, isn't it about time you took care of you? Call the Hotze Health and Wellness Center for a free consultation. 281-698-8698. Get back your energy and zest for life. 281-698-8698.
Memorial West with an 8-0 victory over the Klein squad, who were victorious in the first round last night, 4-2 over the Woodlands. They get a playoff victory and then are unceremoniously dumped out of the ISHL Justice Cup playoffs, giving up 6 goals in the first period, a running clock for the remainder of the game starting late first period. They get shut out by Misha Saratovtsev, and the Whalers still in control of their own destiny in the defense of their 2018-2019 Justice Cup championship. Looked very good after getting the long break after the conclusion of the regular season.
Memorial West just playing so well, 9-0-1 to finish the year, and they scored on 6 of their 11 shots in the first period. Their star players, Cech, got 4 of them. What a game for him, and Frazier just got 1, and he's the leading scorer in the league. So I just do not want to face Memorial West anywhere down the line. This was, I think, a key game for them because they had a little bit of a layoff, came in, and they haven't lost anything.
Ondrej Cech with 4 goals to lead the way for the Whalers, and now they'll sit back and they'll wait for the winner of Fair Creek and Ridge Point coming up at 10 after 7 here or close to it on LSN Sports. They'll meet tomorrow, the winners, at 9:35 up at the Willowbrook Aerodrome. A quick little preview of Fair Creek and Ridge Point coming up here momentarily on LSN Sports.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've done Ridge Point quite a bit this year, so kind of our home team in a way. This is their main rink, obviously, but I think that's going to be a really good game. A couple of teams close by in the standings.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for Game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight from the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. We'll be back around 10 after 7 for the second half of the Justice Cup quarterfinals here from Sugar Land, Fair Creek, and Ridge Point. Final score of this one, the Memorial West Whalers 8, Klein 0. Stay tuned. We'll be back 10 after 7 for Fair Creek and Ridge Point. This has been a presentation of LSN Sports. And the Interscholastic Hockey League is a production of LSN Sports. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of LSN Sports is strictly prohibited. The Whalers on to the semifinals. We'll be back at 7:10, Fair Creek and Ridge Point. Until then, so long, everybody.